So this is a big one when it comes to marketing. When therapists or coaches say, if you come and book in with me as a hypnotherapist, you buy my hypnosis session, whatever it is, I'll change your life. I always recommend staying away from that phrase, telling a client you can change their life or their whole life will be different after seeing you. Why? Because you can't quantify this. When it comes to results and a client knowing they got what they paid for, any ambiguity will go against you. Any ambiguity, they'll take it as, I didn't get what I paid for. So open-ended statements like, I'll change your life will be totally different, you will just feel incredible all the time. Unless you can quantify these with facts and things your clients can see, feel, and look for, it's going to be very, very hard for you to turn around and say, okay, you've got what you paid for. Because now the client says, well, no, I haven't. You told me this would change my life and I don't see any different. I don't feel any different. Now, sure, you might have had a great breakthrough, but while they're too busy looking for this big life-changing thing, they're missing out on what actually has been done. And that's a common thing with clients. So all in all, if you're using statements like, I can change your life, take a step back. You need to be able to quantify this, okay? Changing someone's life, how? What's it going to look like? What's the things they're going to experience? How will it feel? The more you can quantify these things, and these things that you quantify, you want to have these in your client contracts. We've talked about contracts before. Because if it's open-ended and you say, I'll change your life in 3 sessions, good luck. Your client's not only going to, at the end of 3 sessions, say, hey, nothing's changed, or they're going to keep coming back to you and saying, I want another one, another one. And they might not necessarily be paying you, which is a bad business model anyway, because they're saying it hasn't worked. So when I talk to my students and they're struggling with this whole, what will the outcome be? You've got to have solid proof. They've got to be quantifiable, okay? List these things down and make sure that when you use the ambiguity statement of change your life, this is what I mean, client. You'll get this, there'll be this, there'll be this, there'll be this. If a client says, yes, I want all of those things, and that does mean my life is going to be changed, fantastic. But if your client looks at your contract and they get to the end of the session, you say, okay, I've read the script 3 times, I've done the audios for 60 days, your life is now changed. And the client says, well, it's not. Why? Because there's no reference point for them consciously to see what has happened. Now, later on, sure, as a result of working with you, their life will change organically. It has to. That's the way the mind works. So what I'd rather do is under-promise and severely over-deliver. So what I mean by this, I like to tell my clients, this is the basic stuff you're going to get. As a result of working with me, you'll get this, 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 and this. How does that sound? They say, great. And I say, not only that, but in most cases, hear the language I'm using, most cases, my other clients experience this and possibly this and possibly, hear my language there, possibly. Most things like that, because then I'm not locking myself in, but I'm saying in most cases, my other clients who got this also got these 10 things as well. That's what I mean when we talk about life-changing breakthroughs, life-changing outcomes. But I have to be able to quantify these things. So all in all, guys, if you're struggling with your marketing, you're struggling with the end result, and you find your client saying it's not working or it hasn't worked or wants to keep coming back and get free sessions because it hasn't worked, is the end result you're offering quantifiable? Okay, if it's just you'll feel amazing all the time, your life will change, you'll see life the way it should be, how can you quantify that? Get some facts, get some statements, make sure your client agrees with these things and makes the assumption that, yes, if I get these 10 things, Scott, that would mean my life has changed. As long as you can get all those things, guys, you're in good graces with your clients, okay? So the outcome has to be quantifiable, cannot have any ambiguous statement. There can't be any ambiguity because then you're just asking for trouble, guys, all right? Best of luck with that.